right here at MIT, leading science and technology university in the world. The senior faculty teach elementary courses, as they should. One of the great physicists of the 20th century, Victor Weisskopf, was famous for what he used to tell his introductory classes. I mean, if they would ask, what are we going to cover this semester, his answer was, it doesn't matter what we cover, it matters what you discover. If you can discover things, you're on your way to being an independent thinker. And that's what education should be. I'm at the graduate level, which is mostly where I am. You don't teach and expect students to answer things in tests. It's an interactive process of participation and cooperation to try to discover and learn what it means to discover. And that can be done from kindergarten to the MIT graduate courses. Tuitions in the United States to higher education have just skyrocketed. There's no economic basis for it. The U.S. was a much poorer country in the 1950s, but education was either free or close to free. There are poor countries and rich ones, like, say, Mexico or Finland, which have free education systems. They're doing fine. All of this is part of an imposition on the universities of a kind of a business model which is seeking profitability, not educational attainment. And at some cases, it's reached pretty ludicrous levels. For example, state colleges around the country, which were, the jewel of the education system, public education, many of them are now cutting out programs in fields like engineering, computer science, and nursing, which happen to be the programs where there's a lot of jobs, because they're too expensive. In fact, one of the highly negative aspects of this very sharp tuition rise is that it entraps students. It deprives them of their freedom. If you're going to come out of college with $50,000 in debt, you're stuck. You can't do the things that you would have liked to do. Like maybe you wanted to be a public interest lawyer helping poor people. Can't do it. You've got to go to a corporate law firm to pay off your debt, and you get trapped into that. In fact, one of the main effects of the sharp increase in tuition is just indoctrination and control. And as I say, I don't think it's economically justified. There's plenty of evidence for that, but we can see what the effects are. In some place where you don't have the opportunity for direct participation, live participation in the first place, then that's second best. But watching something online is nothing like being in a good classroom. The internet is like other technology in this respect. It can be used to liberate, to learn, to study, to interact constructively. It can be used to divert people into meaningless activities, to indoctrinate them, to overwhelm them with propaganda, commercial or political, and so on. It's our choice. How do we use it? How do we use the opportunities that are available? Should we regard education as like pouring water into a vessel, which is more and more the way it is, or should we regard it as a way of offering the opportunities and encouraging the learner to pursue a partially structured environment, but to pursue it in their own ways, so they develop their own creative capacities and learn to become productive, free people in a free society. Which way? Those were the problems in the 18th century, the problems that arise now.